Live from Plymouth State College, this is the NHIAA Class M Basketball Championship. Today, the Mascoma Royals take on the Farmington Tigers. Today's game is being brought to you by your local True Value hardware store and by KW Incorporated, bottlers of Coke, and Coca-Cola Classic.
Good afternoon once again from Plymouth State College's Foley Gymnasium. The second half of a doubleheader here on News 9 Sports. This afternoon's game was Linwood and Moltenboro. Not necessarily an offensive spectacle, but certainly an exciting game. It went to 4 overtimes. Tonight, it's Farmington and undefeated Mascoma trying to defend its Class M title. And Frank Malakote, while the Class S game had key matchups, this one really doesn't have one head-to-head matchup that stands out.
No, it really doesn't. I think we're going to see a lot of balanced scoring on both teams. There's not one key player other than maybe Mike Moocher for Farmington that really stands out, but it's all scattered about on both teams. I think we're going to see a very up-tempo, a lot of scoring. Unlike the low-scoring game we saw in the Class S, we're going to see in the high 70s, the 80s, something like that.
Well, this place is packed, and they're going to run it up. So hope you'll stay with us for the Class M basketball title. Welcome back to Plymouth State College. Jeff Bacon and Frank Malakote for the second half of this doubleheader Class M basketball tonight. Get the S's and the M's and the L's and the Q's, and I'll tell you what, an exciting game this afternoon, Frank, but at the same time, from a spectator's point of view, it has to be called somewhat boring. The game went into a coma for 3 overtime periods. Nobody scored at all. But let's forget about that game. Let's concentrate on this one now, because we've got 2 more teams. Again, just as in this afternoon, we've got a defending state champion, the Mascoma Royals, unbeaten in regular season. The only time the Royals lost was in a holiday tournament to Lebanon, but that doesn't count on the record.
Well, as you can hear, too, Jeff, the crowd, I think, is going to be a big factor in this game, too. The entire towns are here cheering on their particular high schools, and this place is packed. It's going to be a lot of fun today.
And again, as in this afternoon's game, a big rivalry. Mascoma and Farmington did not meet in the regular season, but they did meet in the playoffs.
All spectators remain in the
Assistant sports athletic director, I should say, Pete Coffrin, is the PA announcer, as he was this afternoon. Let's join him as he introduces the starting lineups.
As the dark team. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineups for the 1988 Class M State Championship. For the Farmington Tigers, at forward, number 13, sophomore Craig Whitman. Mascoma Royals, at forward, number 24, senior Joe Spaulding. At forward for the Tigers, number 10, junior Ron Howard. For the Royals, at forward, number 14, senior Walt Hammond. At center for Farmington, number 15, senior Mark Varney. At center for Mascoma, number 22, senior Art Eastman. For the Tigers at guard, number 5, senior Steve Seeley. For the Royals at guard, number 5, senior Keith Magnell. And for the Tigers at guard, number 23, senior Mike Butcher. For the Royals at guard, number 11, junior Dave Hemerling. The head coach of the Farmington Tigers, Mike Lee. The head coach of the Mascoma Royals, Brian Adams. The officials for this championship game, Bob Hebert, and Pat McCarthy. Would you please all rise as we honor America?
Oh, well, I'll tell you, we don't have to tell you it's a big crowd. You can see it, you can hear it, and I'll tell you, being here, you can really feel it. Let's take a look at the starting lineups, Frank, for Farmington. The forwards, Ron Howard, what do they call him? Beaver instead of Opie?
They call him Beaver. Don't call him Opie.
Craig Witten's the other forward. Mark Barney, the big man at center, and point guard Mike Mucher and Steve Seal are at the guards. For Mascoma, the forwards Joe Spalding and Walt Hammond. Art Eastman, the big man in the middle. Keith Magnell will control things on the floor, and his fellow guard Dave Hemmerling. All are seniors as far as Mascoma is concerned, except for Joe Spalding and Dave Hemmerling. Farmington has a pretty young team. 3 seniors, a sophomore and a junior. Witten, a sophomore, and Howard, the junior.
And here we go, the opening tip-off, Barney and Eastman.
And Farmington controls it. It's Witten, and Mucher right away takes control all the way in.
He didn't waste any time, did he? He's going to be doing that all day long.
Both teams will be doing that all day long as Eastman gets the rebound. No score, just underway.
Kind of a breath of fresh air after 4 overtimes with no shots.
And a foul called on Craig Witten. Frank, from a spectator's point of view, this game will certainly be enjoyable to watch. Maybe sloppy at times, too, because of the opening jitters, if you will, and the importance of this game. But both teams do run it a lot. When you run it a lot, you tend to get sloppy.
Well, there's nothing like offense, though. At least they're shooting the ball up, and that's what I think everybody wants to see. That's what people paid for. That's what people are tuning in for.
Keith Magnell puts the first point on the board in this Class M championship game as Mascoma, wearing the white uniform because the Royals are the top seed in this tournament and are considered the home team. And Farmington is the number 3 seed with only 1 loss this season, that being to Newmarket by 5 points. And a shot by Witten misses, and the rebound goes out. Magnell with the ball now, and quickly to Spalding, and he draws the foul, but the shot. And the shot went in. I believe it went in off him. I couldn't see if Eastman just tipped in it or not. Let's check it out one more time.
Well, you can see for yourself right here. Indoor he goes, and I think Barney gets him right there on the arm. He'll be shooting 2 now at the line.
And he did not go through it. For a minute there, the way the crowd was cheering, it looked like Eastman had gone up and tapped it in, but
that Mascoma crowd's just so loud, they were just happy to get the foul, I think.
Joe Spalding, a junior, 16.5 points a game. In fact, the 3 players averaged over 16.
And if you can, folks, take a look at some of the haircuts on the Mascoma players. They go for the streamline effect. You notice right in the up above his ears, he's got the purple pride. That's the royal purple pride. 3 little stripes there, and they want to take it all the way. The cans of both.
And right now, Mascoma 3 for 4 from the line and enjoying a 3-0 lead. Mucher double teamed, and he manages to get it off. Steve Seal gets it back to Mucher. Mucher goes right up against traffic. How about that?
He's fun to watch. He is fun to watch. Mike Mucher, he's on a full ride scholarship. He'll be at the University of Lowell playing for the Chieftains. You'll catch him taking on New Hampshire College next year. Here he comes one more time, just coming on in. He's just going to slide the little fingertip roller and it slides right around the rim. He's going to roll his way and picks up the foul. Going for 3 here.
Muture's brother Tim plays for the Plymouth State Panthers right here. And he completes the 3-point play. We're all tied up with 7:04 to go in the first quarter.
In fact, Tim Mucher played on the championship team back in 1983 along with Carl Whitten and Casey Howard. So 3 brothers. Take that back. That was 1984.
And Hemmerling takes it in, puts it into the hole. And look at them, run and gun. It's Barney. And a foul is called on Walt Hammond.
They got a Mascoma player down. That's Art Eastman, their pivot man, the center. It's like a back injury, something in the lower back. Must have happened on the rebound.
Let's see what happens, Frank, with the injury. He's up and he's okay, but let's look one more time. Keep an eye on 22. He was taken out. We could not see which player took him out, but apparently he landed right on his coccyx bone. That's what he's holding anyway.
Very good, Jeffrey. His tail, better known as his tailbone.
My biology class paid off.
For you and me, that is his tailbone. There we go.
So Mark Varney will go to the line. Varney, second in scoring to Mucher with 14.5 points. And they want him in there for the rebound. He's a leading rebounder, 9 a game. And he's a 60% free throw shooter.
I was just going to say they don't lose any height. Jim Adams comes in for Eastman, who will take a little respite after that fall. He's 6'3" as well.
And the rebound off the missed shot is knocked out of bounds. I believe it was by Magnell. And Farmington is going to keep control. Down by 1, 5-4, Mascoma. And Ron Howard is stuffed. But they're not going to call it, what do they call it, an offensive foul? That's what happens when you run and gun. Someone's going to keep the pivot in there, and they're just going to knock them on their keister. And you're going to get the call.
Bone. I think it was coccyx bone.
All right, 5-4 Mascoma as it's stolen away. And wide open is Seal.
Beautiful play, beautiful play. That was Witness Seal on a breakaway there. Look at this press.
And Mascoma will take control. 6-5. The Royals trail by 1. And Hemmerling wants a timeout with 6:19 to go.
What a change in ball games, huh?
And we'll be back in just a minute. The Mascoma Royals will take the ball. Hemmerling will toss it inbounds, and it's Spalding, who has Seal and Mucher both on him. And he gets through the traffic, crosses half court. Now look at this, all the way off his foot, though. And the shot is missed by Adams, and look at them go.
Oh, my.
Steve Seal.
Look at this press now. They go for that clinging defense. They want that ball bad.
It's a zone trap press, and they're knocking it out. I'll tell you, they're having trouble breaking it. Not this time, though, as Magnell gets it from Hemmerling. Now it's back out to Hemmerling. They don't want to slow things down, though. They're going to just keep right up with him. Magnell. Bingo.
I'll tell you, these Farmington players must lose 5-6 pounds a game as much as they run around.
And wide open underneath.
Number
Ron
10.
Howard.
Ron Howard. They call him the Beaver. Here's the baseball pass right there. Ron Howard wide open. Just bangs it right off the board, picks up a couple.
And right back on the other end, Magnell. Nice bounce pass underneath. But Adams can't handle it. It's knocked out of bounds, but the Royals will keep the ball.
Seal with some heads-up defense, but made one mistake. He bounced it out of bounds there, so it'll be Mascoma's ball here.
Mascoma trailing by 3 with 5:14 to go in the first quarter. Magnell from the corner. Rebound taken by Walt Hammond. He missed. And how about it? One more time? Yes, sir. There's Hemmerling deep. Now Magnell. Mucher all over him. Hemmerling wide open. Seal comes out to meet him. Mucher and Seal both on him a little bit, giving him some breathing room. Spalding. Magnell with the rebound. Foul. Ron Howard. So Mascoma keeping the ball down on its own end, doing a good job, missing the shots, but getting the boards and keeping the ball. You can get 3-4 shots, one of them's going to go in, right?
You got it. Talk to Joe Spalding. There's 2 right there from long range.
10-9, Mascoma down by 1. Farmington with the lead in the ball, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Farmington as Art Eastman touched it last. I'll tell you, we have to shift into a higher gear ourselves after that slow-paced game this afternoon. What a difference, I'll tell you. Seal.
Count it.
12-9, Tigers, 4:28 to go in the first quarter. Spalding, double teamed by Mucher and Seal. Now it's Magnell. Spalding tried to screen Witten off for Hemmerly. Now Spalding for 3. Rebound Eastman.
He's in good shape. He's back in the ball game. Art Eastman with his first 2.
12-11. Tigers by 1. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Barney to Mucher for 3. Bang!
What do we say? Running gun? Let's just take the ball to the hole.
They've scored more points in the first 5 minutes than Linwood and Moltenboro scored in the first 50, I think. As Spalding misses. And people say, what do you say in the first 50 minutes? Because the game's only 32. Not this afternoon. 4 overtime. Spalding going to the line. 3:44 to go. Mascoma down by 4. And with that, while we wait for Spalding to go to the line, we're going to take a timeout. Well, Frank, I'll tell you, the basketball fans are being blessed today if they saw both games, because both opponents in both games played exact styles of play, and consequently, you're going to have these evenly matched games.
Exactly right. And, there's 2 different styles. One a little bit slower in the half court, and this one just exciting and full court.
Joe Spalding, a real good kid. I interviewed him after their semifinal win earlier in the week, and he kept calling me sir. And I told him, Joe, I'm not that old, and they just want to, you can call me Jeff, that's okay. And I'll tell you, they are well-mannered kids, and the community is so behind them, and the kids know it, and they're so appreciative of it as Spalding buries 2 in a row.
Well, he along with Art Eastman are kind of the adopted sons of head coach Brian Adams. He's taking very good care of them.
Mucher taking it right to the rack, and he misses, and the rebound goes to the Royals. Hemmerling with control of the ball. And Magnell wants 3. No, they're going to give him 2. They're going to give him 2. We're all tied at 15. 3:20 to go in the first quarter. One thing we should point out defensively for the Royals, Coach Brian Adams says we do nothing but play man-to-man as Witten is called for traveling.
Give you an idea how the shooting's going out there. Mascoma shooting 50%, 5 for 10 from the field, and right now Farmington at 60%, 6 for 10. 2 fouls on Varney and Howard. Mascoma already shooting in the bonus, and just a couple of fouls against Mascoma, so that's how it sets up.
And we're tied at 15, but not for long, as Hemmerling cans the jumper. 17-15, 2:52 to go in the first quarter. We're counting down Mucher with Hemmerling on him. You notice Hemmerling would play him, then Spalding will play him. They'll switch around a lot. Seal in the middle, blocked by Magnell, and he's called for the foul.
Kind of questionable. I thought he got that one got nothing but the ball. 2 5s battling there down in the zone.
I think early in the game they're going to call it. If we're down to 30 seconds and there's 2-point difference, maybe they won't call it. They might let him play.
It's a good point.
You know, it's just, officiating is, as much as they try not to be, is somewhat subjective depending on the game.
Well, when you're only 5'8", you're in the middle of the lane too. Chances are you're going to get that shot blocked.
We should point out too that Farmington had a team average of about 61% from the line during the regular season, but so far the Tigers are 70.5% from the line in the playoffs, so they've really cranked it up. And every time I talk about good free throw shooting, they miss, and that's what happened there. And Mascoma will take it over. 2:42 to go. The Royals, the defending Class M champions, with a 1-point lead. Magnell with a beautiful move. Goes.
That's his 6 points now for Keith Magnell with a beautiful, as you said, nice jump shot.
And Witten just trying to take it right in. Knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to Mascoma. A lot to be said for this style. Things happen. Sometimes it does get sloppy, as we've seen.
Well, Witten's only a sophomore, too, so he's got a couple of years to grow yet. They call him kind of a sneaky player. He's got real good hands and just a little off target on that one.
That was Hemmerling that missed the air ball. Spalding misses the banker, and the rebound goes to Witten, and here we go. Future has such a good sense of the floor. Terrific peripheral vision. There's Seal. Now into the ball game is Keith Byron. He misses. But Dan Place misses too. Place in there as well. Byron and Place both off the bench for the Tigers. Now Spalding takes a seat for Mascoma. The Tigers have it. There's Byron. He misses again. Witten's right there. Nice move, and he puts it in and did not draw the foul. That's what I think he wanted to do.
Interesting, too. Only 5'10", and he's pulling down the boards.
Mike Basso, number 10, has the ball. He is in the game for the Royals. Eastman takes it all away. And from behind, it's Witten, and they're going to call a foul, actually, on Keith Byron. It looked like Witten got him from behind, but Byron was trying to draw the charge, and his feet were not planted. We'll be able to see it one more time. Keep an eye on number 20.
Art Eastman coming in, and he's going to get, could be a number of things.
Well, you could see where Byron took that last step in there in the last second and tried to get away with it, but did not. As Eastman misses from the line. He's a 62% shooter from the line. 6'3" senior, averaging almost 17 points a game. And he goes 0 for 2, and Witten gets the board. 19-18, Mascoma with the lead, Farmington with the ball. Seal. Witten tries to go around the screen. Mucher couldn't quite get close enough to Hemmerling, so Mucher has the ball now. Hemmerling on him. Gets it out to Place. Now Seal trapped in the middle, puts it up anyway. The rebound goes to Eastman. It's knocked away underneath from Witten, and they're going to call a foul on Witten. 1 minute, 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. We've got a 19-18 game. Mascoma by 1.
It's Witten's second foul.
Joe Spalding wants to check back in, and Walt Hammond will take a seat. You know, this is interesting, too, because Coach Brian Adams is only in his second year, and I guess his first year I'd call pretty good. 7th seed in the tournament. They go and win the championship. Now this year they're undefeated.
That's called tenure. He'll be back next year, I have a feeling.
I think they'll sign him up. Art Eastman. Mike Basso with the job underneath.
Well, if you're not going to make the free throw, that's what you wanted to happen.
Basso's only a junior, 5'11". He'll be back. Seal for 3. I missed the call, Frank, to be perfectly honest with you.
I had my eyes glued on Seal, too. I think he might have stepped out of bounds over there before he passed the ball.
Well, we know somebody in Farmington did something wrong. Mascoma's got the ball back.
It was a nice shot by Seal, though.
And Spalding just wants to drive in, and he gets it taken away, and Farmington gets it. Future gets things back under control. Spalding will penetrate as much as he can. That time it went off his knee. We're down to 30 seconds. 21-18 Mascoma. Witten has it. Picked up by Magnell. Now it's Dan Place. Place taking a baseline. Basso all over him. He goes up anyway. Rebound Magnell. 11 seconds. They're going to have to get one last shot. 21-18. Mascoma can widen the lead. Hemmerling. Byron fouled Hemmerling there, and he'll get 2 with 7 seconds to go. The Royals by 3. We're in the first quarter. Hemmerling 65% from the free throw line during the regular season. That's one reason why. And the rebound goes out to Mucher. He can move. 3 seconds to go. Mucher's going to take it himself. Down to 1. And the first 8 minutes are in the books here in the Class M State High School Basketball Championship. And we have a score after 1 of Mascoma 22, Farmington 18. Farmington has the ball to start the second period here at Plymouth State College. It's the 1988 Class M High School Basketball Championship. The Tigers trail by 4. Mike Mucher for 3. And the rebound goes to Mascoma. Look at Hammond all by himself. That was Jim Adams who pulled down the board and got the ball out quickly. And Hammond does the job. 24-18, 7.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Give you an idea about the first quarter. 8 for 15 from Mascoma, field goal percentage. 7 for 17 for Farmington. So we've got a lot of shots going on.
And Witten gets called for step. Mascoma will get it back. Watch this outlet pass again to Hammond, Frank.
Won't get the outlet pass, but we'll see a nice way to end it off there. Hammond goes up. Can't beat that.
Hammond was 4 for 4 in the first half of the semifinal game, and then was taken out of the game because Brian Adams wanted the bigger lineup as Eastman misses the little bunny. And quickly on the other end, Steve Seal. Rebound goes to Eastman with 10 rebounds a game. You can see why.
Steve Seal's been making those all night long. I'm surprised he missed on that one.
7 minutes to go, 24-18, and Joe Spalding is clobbered. Is it Barney that was riding his shoulders? Somebody took a piggyback ride halfway through the paint.
Tell you about Joe Spalding a little bit. He's kind of been adopted a little bit by head coach Brian Adams, as is Art Eastman.
Farmington gets the rebound, and Mike Mucher gets him going right back up the other way. Fakes one way, nice job. And for 3, it's Ron Howard. We're going to count that for 2?
Just a 2-pointer. Put on the line.
Yeah, I'll give him 3. 24-20. Eastman with the miss. Spalding to Hammond.
Well, Mascoma's working the boards now. They're getting those second shots, and to Farmington's 1. They put it up. They miss it. They get the quick outlet pass, and then the Royals go down and take a couple of shots.
And Mucher, look at that. I'll tell you one thing, too. The officials are letting them play. They're not really calling a lot of fouls that might be called in other circumstances. Because it's such a run-and-gun game, they're going to let them play basketball. 26-22, Mascoma. Back down. And there's Hammond. Reverse. He gets it back. I think that'll be on Witten. He looks the most disgusted of the group.
It's one of those fouls somebody had to get nailed for.
His third.
There we go. Keith Magnell going up. Nice little follow through and goes up. It misses, and then we got a struggle for the ball. Everybody's going to jump on this thing. Walter Hammond.
Hammond's at even 50% from the line. They've got some pretty good free throw shooters. Everybody who sees a lot of action shoots 50 or above. Hammond's the weakest as far as percentage goes, but look at that. 2 for 2, 28-22. Mascoma by 6, 5:57 to go. Now it's time to fix the net. Well, all the tournament officials give them a credit. Those guys work hard. So in fact, there's some men and women working hard for the tournament, for the state college students, and some locals as well helping out. All volunteers. I think, anyway.
Yeah, well.
28-22. There's Place inside to Mucher. Mucher has to take it back out. Notice they've got 3 guards now. Mucher, Place, and Seal. Ron Howard and Barney are the 2 big men in there. 5:33 to go in the first half. Barney by himself. Rebound Eastman. You wonder if these guys ever get tired, but there's Spalding for three. He decided to want to drive in, and Mucher gets the rebound. Spalding can hit the three as well. Don't think he's just gunning it. Mucher, look at him handle that ball.
Wow, that's nice.
And Spalding commits the foul. Mucher's something with that ball.
He really is. He's like an artist out there. He's a very crafty passer, and he's just fun to watch.
Farmington keeps it. As they're not in the bonus yet, I think both teams will be in the bonus next time around. Seal almost took steps there. Barney from the foul line.
Hey. Turn around. He said, hey, I got an open lane. Let's take a pop, and in it goes.
28-24. The Tigers close into 4 points now. 4:49 to go in the first half. Magnell on the other end. Gets his own rebound. And it's Hammond who gets it stripped by Mucher. And if you don't think he's fast,
watch.
Oh!
Mr. Excitement tonight, huh?
He'll light up both ends, both sides of the gym. Doesn't matter which team the fans are rooting for. A guy like that is strictly entertaining.
Yes, Coach Mike Lee about him. He said, gee, Frank, I could write a book about this guy. He's just something else. He's won 5 games for Farmington at the buzzer.
Oddly enough, Mucher is the weakest free throw shooter if you look at percentages, but Mike Lee also said that's deceiving because he had a real poor first half of the season from the line.
He's also a top flight student, #1 in his class, so he's got everything going for him, and as we said, he'll be at the University of Lowell next year playing hoop.
He'll be a good Division II ball player as well. A little bit short for Division I, I think, but then again, that's what they said about Muggsy Bogues and Spud Webb, right?
And
as Spalding gets tangled up, and Farmington gets the ball.
Well, you at 5'8", you were Division III, right?
I was Division 12. 28-26 Mascoma. Look at that move by Mucher. Oh. Barney with the rebound. What a move.
Nobody even got on him after he got the board. Mascoma just kind of sat there frozen, so he's got the ball and up and win another 2-pointer. 28-28. We're all tied up now.
And 4 minutes to go in the second. On the other end, Hemmerling.
Gonna feel like you're juggling here, don't you? We'll just keep naming off names as people score.
Seal on the other end gets it. Mucher wide open for 3. Seal with the rebound. Nice bounce pass underneath to Howard. Yeah!
I was talking with Joe Sullivan, the union leader. He's a sports writer. And he said, we're going to see nothing but crafty passing, some beautiful passing. There's the big running gun, the three-pointer that doesn't quite make it for Mucher. But look at this pass right here. Inside and right there.
Hammond's right on him.
Doesn't matter. Ron Howard says, don't get in my way. We're going to put it in.
3:41 to go. We're tied at 30.
When you're on the weak side of the floor, there's a huge hole. Come to the hole. Oh,
Well, we played 12
Count 'em
minutes
up, Jeff.
and
Count 'em
19 seconds. 12 minutes and 19 seconds. We're going to play 32 minutes in regulation anyway. We're all tied at 30 apiece. 3:41 to go in the second quarter. It'll be Ron Howard to the line to try to complete a 3-point play.
There he goes. Farmington's been on a roll on a 9-2 run to tie up the game. Now they go ahead 31-30. The last 2 minutes and 16 seconds. A 9-2 run.
Spalding with a spin move. And he and Barney fight it out, and Spalding's going to get called for the foul there. That was a good call. So we're in the bonus, so we got to go back to the other end.
It's too bad the crowd's not in this one, Jeff.
It's so nice to see. It's such a boost for high school basketball here in New Hampshire, especially for the small schools. A lot of times everybody pays attention to the bigger schools, but the school spirit is really here. And it's there all season, too, not just for the tournament.
Well, you know, you get with the smaller communities, you get just the tightness of bond with a high school, because that's probably the only sports that are going on in the community, and they really come in droves. I'll tell you what. Couple of foul here tonight.
Varney hits both of his free throws to give the Tigers of Farmington a 3-point lead. We're down to under 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Hemmerling trying to deal with Mucher. Nice pick by Spalding. He gets the pass off to Basso. Now it's Magnell to Basso to Spalding. They're moving it around quickly. Hemmerling wants it. He's got it.
Well, they were on an 11-2 run, and Farmington let up on that. It was a nice shot by Hemmerling.
33-32. Farmington down, up by 1 with the ball. 3 minutes to go in the game. In the first half, I should say. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Still lots of good basketball to come. Spalding misses. Varney gets the rebound for Farmington. And right away, the Royals head right back up. No pressure now. Here's Basso out to meet Mucher. Place wants to get it to Seal. He is just a dribble. He almost traveled. Varney back out. Now Seal. Look at Basso all over Mucher. Seal loses it. Spalding's got it.
Here comes Spalding.
3-on-3. Spalding gets his own board. Oh!
I'll tell you, Joe Spalding needed that one. He was 1 for 8 from the field before he sunk that last shot, so that came in handy. And here's Joe right here. Misses that one. Will just bounce off the rim, and he picks up the rebound, goes down low, says, well, we're going to put it back up, and grabs a two-pointer, and he'll be at the line going for 3.
34-33. That bucket put Mascoma back up by 1. 2:18 to go in the first half. And he makes the 3-point play. Farmington in the lineup. It's Mucher, Howard, Place, Seal, and Varney. Again, the 3 little guys. Here's Mucher.
I was going to say, I thought he was going to take it down there.
Place gets his own rebound. Varney right in the face, but he'll take it. Slap from behind. Magnell with a good defensive job. 1:50 to go in the first half. Hemmerling spins one way or the other. He wants it too. They're just firing it up. Varney gets the rebound. Hemmerling's called for a foul. Now Hemmerling, I think, knew that he should not have taken that shot. It looked like it was a wild shot. And then he got a little frustrated and went up for the foul trying to get the rebound.
Exactly right, but
Hemmerling, in fact, is going to go talk to the coach here. He was going to go out, but they decided to keep him in. It'll be Spalding coming out. And into the game. Back into the game is Stedman. That's Varney at the line. He can tie it up with this one.
Well, they're 9 from 11 from the line right now. 10.
Eastman with the rebound.
9 for 12.
Look at Basso. He just fires it up.
Shakes his head in disbelief, but he was there from behind, got a hand on him. That's his 3rd foul for Varney. They got to be careful, too, because he's their big man. He's only 6'1", but he's their tallest guy on the team.
Art Eastman will go to the line and shoot a pair.
Kind of a story on Art Eastman. Both his parents have passed away in the last year, and he lives with the Hemmerling family. And as I said, Coach Brian Adams has kind of adopted him. Kind of takes care of him.
And Eastman cans that one to put Mascoma up by 2. 1:26 to go in the second quarter. Oh, what a pick. They had that plan. Basso just ran right into Seal as Seal wanted to pick. Pick from Mucher. And he went. Basso went for it.
Nothing like setting a mouse trap and letting him just go right for the bait.
People may say, what are they doing with the 3 shorter guys in there for Farmington, but they can pull off plays like that.
Well, when you're short, you got to play intelligent basketball. You got to have a lot of savvy, and that's what they're doing. Beat him with finesse.
And Mucher brings the Tigers to within a point with 1:22 to go in the second.
He's perfect at the line so far, 4 for 4 on the day. And he's racking up the points as well. Double figures already. 5 for 5.
He makes it look so easy.
Yes, he does.
So we're tied at 36 now. Mascoma with the ball. Remember, the Royals were the top seed, undefeated this season. Farmington, just one loss, seeded third going into this tourney. Magnell bounces it inside. That's Eastman. And they can do the half-court deal if they have to. 38-36, Mascoma by 2. 45 seconds to go in the first half. Mucher finds place. Here we go with that play again, as Magnell did not fall for it. Seal with a nice fake. Now it's place. Mucher comes for the handoff.
Look at the presence there, checking the clock.
You see the way Mascoma's switching around a lot on this man-to-man. It's almost like stunting in football, so it's hard to keep track of. It looks like a zone, but it really isn't.
Well, they got to with these small little whippersnappers moving around so much.
15 seconds to go in the first half. There's Mucher doing his Marcus Haynes impression and gets it off to Seal. 5 seconds. Howard clock. 3 seconds, and Farmington will have the ball and a chance to tie it up at the intermission.
That's what Jim Adams does best. He's a
Look
shot
at Seal.
Oh! My! Oh!
Steve Seal, and you can give that one 3. We got to look at that one more time.
I got to see it. I missed it. There goes Steve Seal. Just throws up kind of a long prayer ball, and right off the backboard it falls.
He says, I had it all the way.
And Farmington leads it now. They were down by 2. They'll go into the locker room at half, leading 39-38.
Well, I'll tell you, after that one, I got to take a break.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Hello again, everybody. This is Frank Malicote standing by live at Foley Gym. We got a barn burner for you. Steve Seal's three-pointer has put Farmington up 39-38 over Mascoma. Now standing by live is Jeff Bacon with a head basketball coach here at Plymouth State, Phil Rowe. Jeffrey, take it away.
All right, thanks, Frank. Coach Rowe, it's got to be fun for you. Well, it is a lot of hard work. I think for you as a coach, if this open your eyes, maybe some players you don't know about and some you do, it's going to help the recruiting process, I would think, for Plymouth State.
Oh, it's a great thrill to have the NHIAA bring their tournament to us. It saves on the recruiting roads, but it is a lot of fun, and certainly this is a great game for everybody in New Hampshire to see. And as you know, Jeff, we recruit New Hampshire first, and there's a lot of nice kids out here tonight.
A lot has been made about you and your wife coaching together, and your wife just having a baby. Congratulations a few months ago. Has it been a busy year for you, despite the fact you have to coach? Also, so many people are paying attention to the fact that a husband and a wife coaching team here at Plymouth.
It's funny, this has been my third season here, and Sue's first, and this was definitely a pressure-packed one because of the national exposure. We were 14-9 in Division III, which wasn't too bad. We want to get better, and that's why we've got to get the kids in New Hampshire to get up here, and so does she. So we're working pretty hard at it.
Well, good luck to both of you. Congratulations. You had yourself a pretty good season this year. Well, right now we're in halftime, just about ready to start off the second half. Farmington leading by 1 on that whale of a three-point play. We'll take a look at that maybe again when we come back. But let's take a break. 39-38. We'll be back at Plymouth in just a minute.
Well, welcome back to Plymouth State, everybody. You're seeing Steve Seals. That's how the first half ended up right there for Farmington. That put them ahead by 1 point. They were down by 2, 39-38. We got a great game, Jeff.
And a great crowd. The official paid attendance here, 1,713. I don't know if you've already said that, Frank, but that's something else, because when you think about the size of the towns and the size of the school, these schools only average about 400 students, and you've got more fans than you have students, which is good considering the size of the towns. It's something else.
Well, the communities are so behind these. I remember we handed out sheets to all the players to kind of fill out kind of a little bio on each, and we said the last thing, just write a little something that maybe we didn't cover. And almost every player on Mascoma said we're behind our community, we're behind our school. There's a lot of community spirit here, and it's definitely showing today on both sides.
And the Royals of Mascoma start things off here in the second half. Eastman right away puts it in. And Mascoma takes the lead back by a point, 40-39.
Give you an idea of the leading scores in the first half. Moocher, he had 12 points. And for Mascoma, it was Spalding and Himmerling, both point in 9.
Witten for 3. Nope, they're going to give it to him. I'm pretty generous with that three-pointer. He must have been on the line as well. 41-40.
It's too bad you don't have stripes on today.
Hammond with a nice fake, but he's going to get called for steps. So Witten will take it out for Farmington. Mucher has it, and he's just running. What a pass inside to Howard! (43-40). Farmington now by a three-pointer. 7:07 to go in the third. Spalding. Back out to Hemmerling. Now Spalding. Rebound goes to Witten. And Mucher takes it right back out. 6:53 to go in the second. Mucher.
Well, they certainly haven't changed things much at halftime. Mascoma wants to
right
take a
away,
break, though.
Mascoma smells a run, and the Royals want a timeout with 6:46 to go in the third quarter. Farmington has taken the lead, 45-40. Mascoma taking a timeout to try to slow Farmington down, and the Royals will have it back. 6:40 to go in the third. Double teamed. It's Seal and Mucher all over Hemmerling. He gets it off, though, to Hammond. Hammond trying to find an open man. He hit Spalding by accident as it was deflected. He intended to hit Hemmerling. Now Hemmerling has it, and he goes down. There's Hammond. No call. No basket. Rebound Howard. And the Royals a little bit cold to start this second half. 6:18 to go in the third. Farmington building up a 5-point lead. Varney doesn't have an opening. Neither does Seal. Witten with a nice fake. Takes it all the way. Rebound Eastman.
That's a tough one to miss. 45-40. Ooh, nice
And what
steal.
a steal right out of bounds off the official. And he's going to call it Mascoma's ball, which is what he has to do because it last touched a Farmington player. But you have to give the Royals a little credit for getting a break from the man in stripes this time. Not on purpose, of course. And Eastman misses. Hammond's right there. He misses. Seal gets the rebound. And turn up the volume.
Oh, my. That was a nice play, huh?
Steve Seal.
Steve Seal. Well, the Royals have been getting their second shots off, but they haven't been falling. They're getting the offensive glass, but they're not getting the hole.
Farmington has outscored Mascoma 8-2 in this third quarter after taking a 1-point lead at halftime. Spalding wants three. He's got it.
Spalding's been cold. He's 3 for 11 now. That one came in handy. 47-43. Closes the gap to 4.
And Hemmerling gets called for a foul on Mucher. So Mucher will not go to the line. He'll have to. We just started the second half, so there's no bonus, and Mucher was not shooting. Ron Howard will take it out for Farmington. The Tigers with a 4-point lead. 5:11 to go in the third. Magnell on Seal, a pair of 5s. And what a play by Magnell, but Witten recovers, and he wants it. Oh, too many steps.
It's kind of like the first half, both coming out with a few jitters, I guess, trying to get back in the groove.
And trying to keep the pace up. Both teams are trying to control it. When you're an up-tempo team, you try to control an up-tempo team, you really got to turn it up. Hemmerling to Basso. Witten takes control of the rebound. Stedman got his hand on it, and right there, Basso got his hand on it. As Magnell and Basso trapped. And look at Seal for 3. They're going to give him 2 if he made it, but he missed it. Mucher, the quick man.
Yeah, some good presence there. He almost ran right into Witten. Took the ball and ran.
Look at this. That's Mike Basso committing the foul.
And here's Mucher right here. This is why this man is going to low. Look at the moves here. He's not going to get the bucket, but draws the foul. And that's as good as a point on his case anyways at the line.
From that replay, it looked like I saw him foul him before the shot as opposed to when he was shooting. From that one angle.
We jinxed him again.
You get a good look at Mucher right there. And he missed the second one. You don't see that very often at all. And the Royals with a break and the ball. 4:20 to go in the third. Mascoma down by 4. Hemmerling, double teamed by Seal and Mucher. Goes right around him. Now Witten picks him up. Basso wants it. No dice. And it goes out of bounds, but if no foul is called, they're going to go out of bounds. I believe it'll hit Varney or Witten last, and the Royals will take it. Basso will sit. Spalding will come back in. 4:07 to go in the third. Hemmerling with it.
Mascoma shooting 2 of 8 so far in the third quarter, and now 2 of 9.
Here's Spalding with a turnaround. He's fouled, no basket.
But that's the story right there, Jeff. They're getting that second shot off. They're getting the, as I said, the offensive glass, but they're not getting it to fall for it. They're having some trouble.
And with 4 minutes to go in the third, we're going to take a break. It's Farmington 47, Mascoma 43. Halfway through the third period of play here at Plymouth State College, Class M. Farmington and Mascoma with the third-seeded Tigers up by 4. The defending champion Royals trying to close the gap. The Royals will take it out. It goes to Spalding. Mucher almost knocked it away. Or he did knock it away, but he almost got it back. Now Eastman inside.
That was a pretty play. Pretty play by Eastman.
47-45, Farmington with a 2-point lead. Hemmerling on Mucher. He finds Witten. Hemmerling all over Witten now. Now Seal almost goes out of bounds. Comes right back in. And it's swiped away by Magnell from behind. And they'll call a jump ball. And with the alternating possession rule, the ball will stay with Farmington.
It's a nice play by Seal. He lost the ball for sure, but got his hands back on it and forced the possession call. They'll get it back.
3:27 to go in the third. 47-45 Farmington. Varney just jumped way up and got a nice move on Adams. And it falls. He made friends with the rim on that play.
Well, he's 6'1", but head coach Mike Lee says he plays more like about 6'4", 6'5", and he has to because he's playing the pivot.
Magnell in and out. The rim falls on one end, not on the other, and the rebound goes to Witten. And look at Mucher. He knows when to dish it off. And Jim Adams gets called for the foul on Ron Howard, who will go to the line to shoot 2.
Ron Howard, an interesting note, he's got the longest arms on the team. And from what I hear, he can bend them all the way around and grab his hands. And he'll do this sometimes during practice, and the kids just get a big kick out of it. He said, Mike Lee told me one time, he said whenever there's a down point or whatnot in practice, they need a little lift, they'll just send him out in the middle of the floor, and he'll, I guess, hug himself. These guys just start cracking up.
Well, he's not going to hug himself after that one.
He's not going to get hugged for that shot, no. Out of the rim.
49-45. Well, he knows he's on TV. Maybe he'll do it.
He's a joker, too. He likes to have a good time. That one falls.
And that puts Farmington at 50 points to Mascoma's 45. Look at the Royals on the other end. Hemmerling has Hammond. Hammond's got it. Not enough room to shoot, though. I'll tell you, Mucher is all over the court. Spalding into Eastman. Eastman has it. And it's blocked by Ron Howard, and they're going to give it a foul. Howard did not like that call. That's his third
foul. It's getting down to crunch time here in the game. I think they're going to call it a little bit closer. And when you're in the paint like that going up, you keep your hands to yourself.
So Art Eastman at the line with 2:40 to go in the third. And the free throw shooting is not quite up to par as it was in the first half.
Not at all. Eastman's 1 for 6 so far. Make that 1 for 7.
Magnell fighting it out with Seal, and Seal wins the battle, and Farmington will get it. 2:30 on the button to go in the third. Seal has it for the Tigers. Mucher inside to Varney to turn around. Spalding gets the board. And Spalding just went right through traffic, but they're going to call Mucher on the foul.
Flag 23. 2, 3, reach.
A reminder for you, too, in case you weren't tuned into our first game at noontime with the Class S, this court is 10 feet longer than the standard high school court, which is 84 feet. College court is 94, as is the NBA. Dave Hemmerling.
No describing that. He just took it right to the hoop, found the lane, and just laid it right in. Nice play by Mr. Hemmerling.
A big court as far as these two teams is concerned really doesn't mean much because both teams are so fast and they just keep moving. That's Seal, and the rebound goes to Hammond. Spalding, what a move behind his back. Look at that. What a pass!
Oh, that was sweet. Was that sweet or what? Behind the back and unloads a winner. 1-point game, 50-49. That was nice.
Walt Hammond finishing that one off. 1:35 to go in the third. Future.
Oh.
That's a two. That's a two. The fans want three, but the officials say two. 53-49. Well, wait a minute. They did give them three then. Because the score was 50-49. Let's look at it one more time. The pass.
Look at this now. Look at behind the back. There he is right there, and he's just going to beautiful pass right there. And Hammond will finish it off with a little bunny. Nice.
And while we were looking at that, Hammond put in another one, and it's 53-51 Mascoma. But look at Steele.
Oh, man.
55-51.
It seemed like in the last 2 minutes, they just kind of turned this game up.
And they're calling a foul on Seal. Frank, I don't know if there's any...
Hard black, reach.
Let's check Magnell's basket. I mean, make that Seal's
Seal.
basket. Seal.
Just kind of weaves his way through the paint. There's 4 white shirts there. He has 14 points in the game.
55 seconds to go in the third. 55-51. Hemmerling throws it up. And Seal gets the rebound. Frank, I really want to check out this three-point situation on that shot by Mucher. I believe it was Mucher. The official, I did not see the official raise his hands for three, but they put three up on the scoreboard. In any event, we can try to check that out between quarters, but right now we'll watch Farmington. It's Varney, hands it off to Mucher. Hemmerling's all over. Mucher's at the opening. That shut off quickly, though. Now it's Seal.
Mucher's high man. He's got 17 so far. And we still got a whole other quarter. Just 15 seconds left now here in the third. Farmington will wind it down.
And they're calling a foul on Hemmerling.
11. 1-1-6.
And back into the game is Dan Place as Steve Seal will get a rest. And what a third quarter he's had.
Yeah, he didn't have a bad first half either. Thinking about that three-pointer he sunk.
Mark Varney will sit down for Farmington. Dave Hemmerling will take a breather for Mascoma. The final 13 seconds ticks away here. That's Keith Byron now in for the Tigers. Mucher's got it. We're down to 8 seconds. Look at Mucher. It's tipped in by Varney.
Oh!
Make that Witten. That's Witten. At the buzzer. Are they going to count it? Yes, they do. And we have finished 3 periods. We'll look at it one more time.
That's Mucher going up, but Craig Witten's going to get 2 tries. The first tip, no way. He gets 2 hands on it, just kind of skims off the glass and pokes through. And right now, it's 57-51. Farmington's on top, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Just 8 minutes left in this Class M state championship game. Farmington with a 6-point lead. Mascoma has it. Hemmerling into Eastman. Eastman dishes it off to Hammond.
Nice pass, nice pass.
57-53, and before I forget, if you were wondering about that three-point play with Mucher, when it was 50-49, the officials did not indicate a three. They did, but they did it late when they were going by the scoreboard, so it did count as three. The scoreboard is right, 57-53 Farmington. Mucher, way off the mark, and Hammond grabs it, almost loses it. Spalding's going to start pressing up. Behind, what a man behind his back. And Eastman!
Talk about some nice passing and some nice dribbling there, huh?
Oh, boy.
Oh, man, that was nice.
Gotta love it.
57-55. Farmington up by 2, but look out for Mascoma. They're on a run here.
7 minutes to go in the game. It's Seal against Magnell. Seal gets it to Barney. And Howard with a great job on the rebound. And Witten with a move. Can't get the bounce.
I've never seen so many basketball players have so much passing talent, moving in, shifty.
And right there you see Magnell to Hammond and a foul called on Witten. There you see Spalding. Look at the pass into Eastman. Oh, that is sweet. Such a sweet move.
Farmington getting into a little foul trouble, though. 4 of their starters all have 3. One of them has 4, actually. Barney with 3, Witten with 4, Howard with 3, Seal with 3.
And Hammond closes the gap, 57-56. Mascoma has scored all the points here in this fourth quarter. We've played about 1:27. And the Royals will have to settle for a 1-point differential right now. Farmington with the lead. It's Mucher. Hammond on him. Hemmerling comes out to meet him now. Witten gets away with a baseliner. Look at that one.
He switches hands so well. When he'll go up with the right, shift to the left, and then poke it through.
Versatile players. Magnell. And Hammond and Eastman got tangled up, but somehow Magnell gets it. Look at Eastman.
1-point game.
And Hemmerling gets called for fouling Mucher.
1 hit.
Hemmerling, I think, is racking up the fouls. I think he's got 4 now, if I'm not mistaken.
Hemmerling's got 4. Hammond with 3 for Mascoma. And you'll see him pick up the foul right here. Look out for Hemmerling.
Watch number 11. We'll see him not. Well, I guess we couldn't see that one.
He did get fouled, though. Or did commit the foul.
I believe the official. 60-58.
We'll take their word for it.
Mucher makes the first one. 5:56 to go in the game. Farmington by 2. Now they're by 3. But this isn't over at all.
Mucher just 1 under 20 now. He's got 19. He's leading all scorers.
Witten and Mucher all over Hemmerling. Spalding's got it. Seals on him. Spalding misses. Witten gets the rebound. And look at him just go with his left. Doesn't matter, left or right. And that can really make a difference.
Steve Seal kind of took a breath there and said, okay, let's take this down. Witten is on, boy.
Now, one thing we should point out, we're giving him so much credit for his left hand. He is left-handed to begin with, but he can also go with his right. There's the trap again. 63-58 Farmington. Hammond.
That's 14 for Hammond. Plus 115.
Mucher to Barney. Barney with 17 pump fakes. He finally gets it off, but the rebound goes to Mascoma. 4:55 to go. Spalding wants the ball, but Magnell gets it to Hemmerling. Magnell to Hemmerling. Spalding with a nice screen. Trying to keep Witten out of there. Eastman tries to fall off, but Spalding gets it. Here he goes.
One-point game.
One more time, real quickly.
Not much to say there. He just found the lane and just laid it right up and in.
63-62. Varney in the paint. I think he's whacked by Spalding.
White, 24.
That's who it was.
4, hold, 2 shots. While we got a second here, I want to thank our good friend Eric Nelson, who's taking care of all the stats and so forth for us today. Our right-hand man in the sports department at Channel 9. He's doing a heck of a job.
And Barney misses from the line. But this time he hits. 64-62. It's a 2-point ball game. Farmington has the lead. 4:19 and ticking to go in the game. Bagnell with a rainbow pass to Hemmerling. Spalding wide open. Ooh. They're going to give it to Farmington. And with 4:04 to go, Farmington has a 2-point lead. We'll be back in just a minute. Well, we're in the final countdown of this Class M championship game. Just 4 minutes, 4 seconds to go. Farmington, third seed in this tournament with a 2-point lead, 64-62 over the defending champion Royals from Mascoma. And the Tigers will have the ball. Witten with the honors to inbounds the ball, and it goes to Mutual.
Right now, 9 players are in double figures in scoring, so this thing is widespread out. Everybody's scoring out there.
Well, you look at the regular season averages, you see for Mascoma, 3 guys all right around 16 a game, which is important, especially in a run-and-gun game, because anybody can pick up the slack. You don't have to rely on one superstar. And Mutual is, though.
Yes, he is. That's 22 points now.
66-62 Farmington, 3:32 to go. Spalding has a 3-pointer if he wants it. Hemmerling, nice spin move. It falls.
Now that hasn't been falling for them too much. They've been getting inside, and a lot of times that kind of pokes out, but it did that time.
Mother Nature comes into play once in a while.
The win.
That's Witten. Now Seal. Nice fake, wide open baseline. Beautiful move. How about Steve Seal?
He's really impressed me today.
We did not hear a whole lot about him going into this game, but he's making a name for himself here.
Coach Lee says he's one of those players that's just out of control. He's really entertaining. He does his own thing. He certainly has been today, but he's finding the net.
Spalding.
There it goes. Spalding's getting a little bit hotter. He was cold in the first half, 1 of 8.
68-66 Farmington, 2:21 to go.
More overtime, Jeff.
There's Barney. And that was a defensive lapse right there on the Royals. Barney had so much room on the other side. And Mutual did the job finding him open. 70-66. We're almost at the 2-minute mark. Here we go. 2 to go. Bagnell. Spalding all the way in. And Witten gets the rebound.
That was a big point right there. That could have done it. 4-point lead now for Farmington. They take it down with about 1:40 left in the ball game.
And the fans are on their feet on the Farmington side of the court.
Remember, Mascoma has yet to lose this year.
And the Tigers call a timeout with 1:34 to go. Farmington 70, Mascoma 66. Now we got to work it down. 1:34 to go in the game. 70-66 Farmington. The Tigers. Ron Howard's not going to shoot. They're going to move it around, I think, a little bit now, Frank. They took that timeout to decide what to do. Maybe not. Look at Mutual. Well, he'll just move it around in a circle.
Well, 5 minutes ago, they would have been all over that shot. Look at, there he is, Barney. Oh,
and what a play by Spalding. That was Eastman. I take that back. Not Spalding. Eastman.
Varney, about 2 seconds earlier, was wide open. He could have thrown that right up, no problem.
And the inbounds pass goes deep to Mucher. And from behind it's Magnell. One guy you don't want to foul is Mucher. They're in the ball. There's going to be the second foul. And they're in the bonus. If Mascoma is going to foul to try to get the ball back, Craig Witten would probably be the guy because he's only a sophomore and he might feel a lot of that pressure, whereas Mucher's up there just calm as can be.
Yeah, 22 points so far. Not the guy you want to send to the line either.
Well, one more point and he'll hit his number.
He's got it.
72-66. Mascoma is going to have to really start firing up some threes here. 1 minute, 3 to go. Hemmerling spins in.
Nice move. Chip away early. A little under a minute now. Watch the quick foul.
It's a 4-point game. Farmington 72, Mascoma 68. There's Varney. And it looked like he traveled. But I think a lot of people have traveled today when they haven't been called. And Hemmerling with a pretty defensive play, but as he dived for the ball, they call a foul, and he's going to be out of the game. So Dave Hemmerling is done for the season, but he's a junior, and he'll be back with 116 assists this season. He leads the team, and they could use him to try to dish it off here with 44 seconds to go.
He pumped in 13 tonight.
That's way above his average, almost twice his average, too. And Mucher hits the front end of a 1-and-1 to put Farmington back up by 5, and the fans from Farmington can smell it.
Oh, good night.
74-68, and Joe Spalding wasn't even paying attention. And there's a backcourt violation there on Witten. We saw that coming. He had no room to go.
They'd shoot off a few minutes off the clock, though.
But Spalding really,
he was sitting there dumbfounded.
He didn't realize the ball was coming. He was ready to head up court.
6 points, couple
There's
of threes.
Basso for 3. Hammond gets the rebound. And he almost had the three-point play the hard way. It doesn't fall, and he'll get 2 with 31 seconds to go.
1-0. 0 bad.
That's Ron Howard who committed the foul. He's got 4 on him.
And 31 seconds to make number 5.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't know if Hammond should make one and try to miss the next one to get the rebound. See if they get a long rebound. With only 31 seconds to go, they need that ball back. But it's easier said than done to try to get that long rebound, try to hit off the back of the rim. We'll take the point. 74-70, 31 seconds to go.
They've got to foul. They got to foul quick.
Seal's also a man they can foul, but look at Witten. Oh.
This one's over.
"16 seconds, 76-70. 10 seconds.
There goes Seal. Here he goes. Been doing that all night.
3 seconds. We're down to 1. trophy back. Back in Farmington. They gave it up in '85. Mascoma took it away last year, not from Farmington. They beat Farmington in the playoffs, but the Royals had the trophy, and they were going for their second straight. This is the first loss this year in regular season or in games that count on the record. They lost to Lebanon in the holiday tournament. And while one side is happy as can be, the other side not so happy. But look at Mike Lee on the shoulders. What a season for Mike Lee and the Farmington Tigers. They finished the season with just one loss, 21-1, and Mascoma finishes the season with an identical record of 21-1. There you see Art Eastman, and to his left is Keith Magnell.
It's one of those games that exciting, fun to watch.
Well, for Eastman, what a year it's really been. He lost both his parents, and then this game meant so much to him, and a tough game, although you can't really compare a game at all. And with 78-70 being the final score, we'll be back to wrap it up in just a minute. There you see Mike Lee and the Farmington Tigers as both teams get ready to receive their trophies. Mascoma being the Class M state runner-up, and Farmington, the new 1988 Class M high school basketball champion.
It's never fun to lose. There's a nice look right there.
Walt Hammond.
Mascoma put so much in it to lose it in your final game. It's probably going to be all the harder.
You know, you almost knew in a way it was going to be Farmington's night, the way things were falling. For example, that three-point play at the buzzer by Seal to make it a 39-38 game at halftime. And the two teams are rivals, but at the same time, they respect each other because their styles are so similar and both teams are so successful. And, you know, it's always hard to end the season with a loss. It's so easy to say, well, they're in the state championship. It was a great year. But for a lot of these guys, it was their last high school basketball game as well. As Mike Mucher walks away with a little decoration around his neck.
25 points in the game. Not a bad way to say goodbye to his alma mater now, Farmington.
And speaking of saying goodbye, that's what we have to do, and we thank you very much for joining us. And, of course, thanks to our executive producer, Gus Lalone, our director, Scott Barty, or Joe Doucette as well, all the engineers. And don't forget, before we go off, the Class L championship game will be here live Friday night. This coming Friday night at 7 o'clock right here on Channel 9. Once again, the final, Farmington 78, Mascoma 70. For Frank Malacote, Eric Nelson, and the entire crew here at News 9 Sports, thanks for joining us. So long for Plymouth State College. We will now join ABC's World News Tonight in progress.
Brought to you by your local True Value hardware store and by KW Incorporated, bottlers of Coke and Coca-Cola Classic.